So we're going to be looking at a scenario where civilization starts over. In the last episode, we saw the kind of recovery, or a small recovery, of and just catching up on a bunch of stuff that happened after the War of Democracy. In the last episode, or in the last video, I did update you guys on what I'm going to be doing for the next little bit. I guess not. I might make a separate video about what I'm going to be doing for the next little bit of this YouTube channel, but probably not for a little bit. In the last video, it talks about a lot of important stuff. I highly encourage you guys to check it out. But we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Try and smash 100 likes on this video. And let's go ahead and get into this episode. The first thing I want to talk about is inside of this world right now. Mainly inside of the old world. A little bit inside of the new world, but mainly over here. A massive population boom has just happened. Millions, maybe even billions of new people are inside of the new world, and this is happening very quickly. The year is around 2016, around there. Could even be in the 2020s at this point. But the world's population is probably a little bit more than it is in our time. Probably around 10 billion people live in the world, and a lot of them live inside of Europe. There's a lot of overpopulation and overcrowding. So what we see happening is mainly the Red Italians and the Blue Iberians discussing a treaty. This is the Treaty of Atlantropa. Hopefully you guys know what that means. But what we see happening is, well, the start of the draining of the Mediterranean Sea. This treaty is a treaty between the Red Italians and the Blue Iberians, mainly, to drain parts of the Mediterranean Sea and create better living spaces for just the surrounding countries inside of the Mediterranean. Although these two countries don't really like each other, they're going to work together because their civilians need it. To complete this, we need to go ahead and dam the Gibraltar. They want to put a dam in between this Tunisian country and Sicily, as well as across the Adriatic Sea, over here to disconnect the Black Sea from the Mediterranean Sea to keep this a little sea. But they also want to make this strait right here, which definitely exists, a lot bigger. They want Red Sea and Indian Ocean sea access, whatever, flowing into these parts of the Mediterranean because they want to keep most of this over here filled. But we see small beginnings of the dam being built over on the Red Italian side. And do know that they have done a little bit more in consideration for this. Like over along here, they poured a lot of sand in here, which isn't going to do a lot, but it does, I guess it might do something. And well, they actually also start construction over here in the Gibraltar Strait. But when they go and ask Egypt for permission to just drill like a massive little thing that's pretty much going to look something like this through Egypt, the Egyptians say no. Now tensions are rising between the Red Italians, the Blue Iberians these two against Egypt. These two are working together, and with aid from the rest of Europe, they're actually getting a lot of money to build into this, and they even start a small little dam across from this Tunisian area. But that is all we're going to be talking about of Atlantropa in this episode. Now we're moving over to Australia, where we see this first Australian war, and probably it could be the only Australian war, continuing. And with the capturing of the teal team from this team right here, which is probably the strongest. The teal team is pretty much just dead, like, I don't even know what to call this. Kangaroo land, that's what we're going to call it. And the blue one is taking advantage of this, sending their troops in, along with the purple one. They're also sending their troops in. But the blue team is still stronger than the purple one, kicking back the purple team's troops and starting a massive invasion into the purple team. If you remember, the pink team is a Renaissance country, and with this, they may be getting supplied by a foreign country, but this leads to the capturing of the purple team's capital, and just a quick retake of land from the pink team and a massive invasion into the purple team. The blue team, instead of focusing in on this down here, which they're going to probably get, they're going to go around these lines right here because the purple team is collapsing, and just go and take as much land as possible before the pink team takes the rest, which then leads to the rest of this falling over to the blue team. If you could not tell, the blue team is stronger than the pink one. But with foreign supplies flowing into the pink country, it's not going good for the blue one, and they meet right here at a stalemate. They go ahead and decide to end the war after this, and now let's look at a peace treaty. In a peace treaty, we see the blue team taking these lands from the actual pink team. The blue team then takes all of the cyan country as well as quite a bit from the purple team that they also invaded, with the pink team actually getting the rest of it. Australia is now split in two, and we also see the blue team taking over the cyan team's colony inside of Antarctica. Moving back over to Europe, let's talk about the DU. All members inside of Asia and Africa were actually forced to leave, including Greenland. And this is now only European alliance, kind of like the Triangle Alliance. But the Triangle Alliance is no more, so it doesn't really matter. And, well, a bunch of these countries are going to leave. By a lot of them, I mean all of them except for the blue Turkish team. And this isn't really enough to form a whole union. So the DU is disbanded, and, well, it's just over. The age of democracy has officially ended. Won't be needing the DU layer anymore. But now if we look at the spheres of influence, we will see that if we look at Japan's, I don't know if I've showed this already, but Japan is on crack. Yep, on crack. Over in Arabia, Persia, India, and just a lot of Asia, even America and South America, they would have this. I don't know why it's not there. But they have a lot, and, well, they almost have influence on all continents, and actually they do, because they were the ones supplying Australia. But what am I getting at here? I'm getting at the Japanese may be losing control in this area up here. They're also their people aren't really happy that they got all this. Although they are Renaissanic, they do not like that they took this much. So they're going to go to the leader and protest. And the leader is actually going to oblige, which is kind of crazy. And he's going to come to a agreement with this whole area up here. They're going to keep this, and the rest they're going to just let go. The reason they keep this is because of resources. They want to keep this oil. This nice, beautiful oil. We see countries like the pink team jumping on this and taking a little bit of land. But most of this is just going to get divided into new countries. So let's go ahead and see how this gets divided. Besides all this, that's going to go to the Koreans. And all of this, that goes over to the red team. We see a gold country popping up right there. We see a green country popping up right there. And the rest of this actually is going to get turned into a singular brown country. But anyways, that is going to do it for this episode. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. On the road to 2K, so make sure to subscribe. And anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye. And a special thanks to our members, LaserTaze, Super Norby, Eddie, Gail Martinez, Green Team Mapping, PJ Likes Shadow, King Cheese, and Dark Mapping. Thank you guys.